back with the platform challenge, and we're playing Zero, the Kamikaze Squirrel. You've probably seen the other guys' take, and we are fighting the evil lumberjack who stole plates. Okay. Love Amy. What, Amy Rose, I guess? I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, I was about to say that Zero's girlfriend is called Amy as well.
Well, maybe
Interesting.
Maybe Amy is cheating on Sanic. Nothing is more important than your mission here with me. Watch me. Now on the new show on Nickelodeon. Go then, my furry friend, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Honk, honk.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't make the same mistakes that me and Hanu did. Actually, scratch that. I hope he does.
You know what? This intro actually does remind me a lot of
Sonic 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where Tails' ship gets shot down.
This?
Also, kinda
I-
Mega Man X.
I
Yeah.
can look around. That's cool.
Yeah, Kaiser did do that briefly in the first level as well. In X3's beginning is also kind of similar, but it's X and Zero take down that big fly robot that are assaulting the base. And my favorite thing about that is that they take it down and then they fall and then they manage to crash land perfectly in front of the Maverick Hunter HQ, so that the first level, the intro stage, can start.
Right.
It's a very strategically planned fall.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You know what, Kaiser, you're a very strategically placed ball.
Thank you!
You know what they called when the Polish army was placed in a very good area against the Germans? It was a very strategically placed ball! Haha! Okay, it was bad.
As you can tell, we've been streaming, we've been recording videos for hours at this point.
What happened to the fireman's pole? He tiled the fireman's bathroom. Pole.
That's yeah. Amazing.
That was a joke on QI. They were asking about why fire stations don't have poles anymore, and somebody made the joke about that.
I like QI. I haven't watched many of the newer episodes. I mainly just watched the Stephen Fry years.
What's
Yeah, there's a lot to watch though.
What's QI?
QI is this. It's kind of like a competition show, but it's like British celebrities and some American ones occasionally. But they, they have a competition and they do get points, but the points don't really matter. And they also lose points because they get asked about things, and if it's if they give an answer which is actually a commonly held misconception, then the sirens start blaring and it shows the answer, and they lose a lot of points. So yeah, it's really funny. And Stephen Fry used to host it. They did it for many years.
It's a conversational show disguised as a game show.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's kind of like how those kinds of panel competitions. It's kind of similar in style. If you like, Would I Lie to You?
Because I am familiar with Stephen Fry, maybe. I think it looked more like I only seen clips. It looked more like a talk show.
Yeah, they are sort of competing. Like when they ask questions, they have those little buttons that they hit.
Maybe it's
called the mushroomoids, but it's like a buzzer basically.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a different show. I don't know. I've been really watching games.
Yeah, but it's like it is a competition, but the points don't matter. Like it's
just mainly
it's just for fun.
fucking around.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't. Honestly, I've been really. I mean, there hasn't been that many game shows around, so I don't know. Like maybe I've been looking.
Oh. Speaking of that, Hanu, do you watch Would I Lie to You as well?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I love every single one that has Henning Vane on it. It's like
It has who on
it was in the mid-90s.
Heading Bane.
And every single answer he gives is so matter-of-factly. I didn't have my passport with me. Where'd you leave your passport? At home.
Who is that?
Henning Vane, you don't know who that is. It's a German stand-up comedian, but he's really popular in Britain because he does stand-up. He's the stand-up in English, yeah. But he has a strong accent, and yeah.
Maybe
He has a great face. Yeah.
Is he a gay guy? Because there's a gay.
No, he has an accent.
No. There's a gay German stand-up comedian appears on Conan now and then.
No.
That's a different guy.
This guy is big in Britain. Henning Vane.
I've not heard of that guy then. The guy I'm thinking about is a different one.
And it's funny because he speaks with a strong German accent, but then he throws like British expressions in there. And, like he has the story about when he was listed as a missing person by Interpol, and my parents ran the consulate, and then which consulate? The German one. That's how you would go about it. No use calling your local Bobby, and things like that.
Right.
Yes, it is really funny. I love it, and he has a great face. He has like, this is gonna sound mean, but you know, his eyes are very far apart from each other. He has kind of a fish face.
Yeah, he's very inbred. Yeah. Well, that's a sign of one of the telltale signs of inbreeding is when the eyes are too close or too far away. Exactly.
Yeah, he has great stories and stuff. Yeah.
I watched Deliverance for the first time last year, and that movie is a lot more brutaler than what I thought it would be.
That's a topic.
What the hell did you think it was gonna be? A bunch of guys get lost on a river and then raped by hillbillies.
So I haven't seen that one.
It's like a male version of I Spit on Your Grave.
I mean, I've
not as brutal.
Even I know what that movie's about.
It's just about guys hopping around and go fucking around the woods. They ended up getting fucking around in the woods.
I'm doing serious right now.
But in all seriousness, it's a really good survival movie.
Yeah,
Damn it, Sean, you beat it right away.
Yeah, but I'm almost dead already.
It's on the.
It's a momentum thing, I think. And I was just lucky, I think.
From what I learned, you have to keep on mashing the jump button as soon as you jump, because it's like sort of like a bouncing sort of thing, like the Gex game.
See, the mistake I do all the time is the Sonic one, where I want to go fast, but then I...
Yeah, you normally you're making... This is starting to look like one of my Let's Plays, isn't it, Hanu?
Yeah. But, when I was fucking around with that jump, you know, if I don't remember if you guys were talking a lot during that part, but if it turns out, I'm gonna be merciful and edit out a bunch of that if it's, you know.
Oh yeah,
not just for the audience's sake.
Right.
Oh, you got an extra life. Okay,
yeah,
good.
It's from the coins, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. They're actually pretty generous. Like, you know, if you're careful and take your time with this, you know, the game is actually surprisingly generous with the extra lives.
Euro platformers like to have coins and like to have secret areas with coins and other goodies. Mm-hmm. They love that shit.
Looking at this character design, I would have loved to see an animated series based on it. Granted, it probably wouldn't have been good, but
they probably
were
thinking about it, but the game didn't do well because there were so many mascot themed.
I've never seen them, but I've never seen them. Oh wait, I think I've seen a clip of the Battletoads pilot that they did, but I've never seen the Bubsy one.
I've not seen the Bubsy one. I've seen the Battletoads one, you know, floating around in video shops.
Yeah, but it's on YouTube as well. So I
Nice.
watched a little bit of it, and I think I only watched it because I was curious to see what the evil queen looked like. It wasn't very good. At least it didn't feel very good. So
Probably a lot
I think
better
Rob
than
Paulsen-
the current Evil Queen.
I think Rob Paulsen is the voice in that one as well. So because he's Bubsy, and he was also the voice of the Mask, which is in the
That's another
animated.
good show.
Speaking of Battletoads,
It is, but
this is like the first level.
Oh, the Mask perhaps has the most confusing final episode of all time because it ends with a to be continued, and to watch the second part of that actual episode, you need to watch the final episode of the Ace Ventura cartoon,
Oh, they have the crossover.
which is
right?
strange.
oh really?
Yeah,
I think I vaguely
the final
remember
episode of the Mask is. Yeah, the final episode of The Mask is one half of a crossover of Ace Ventura, and the final episode of Ace Ventura is the other half of that crossover.
Okay,
I remember watching it and
I
I
don't
was
remember
like,
that. I do remember that the Mask had an Ace Ventura, cameo episode, but that one was self-contained. That one wasn't the two-parter.
yeah.
I thought that was it was a kind of a weird crossover because those two cartoons had very different art styles. The Mask had the more kind of traditional, where the people actually looked like people, and Ace Ventura had a way more
Cartoony look.
cartoony. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a specific cartoon that it reminds me of, but I can't really think of one.
But
That's funny. That's one of 3 Jim Carrey movies that had a fucking cartoon based off of it. It's The Mask, Ace Ventura. And do you remember the third one?
And Dumb and Dumber.
Dumber and Dumber. That one was a weird one. I remember the Alien episode so
Jim Carrey
vividly because they're
himself is
arguing how to pronounce UFO.
I mean,
And yet, we never had an animated series for Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. How dare ya? Or
Yeah, what are you trying to ask, Hiroka?
yeah, I'm not gonna bother the bonus round. 'cause
yeah, I don't blame you.
Good plan.
I just wanted to see the how to do the weird technique. I just want to try it out.
Yeah, I
This
think
is a good tutorial room to practice it though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's kind of. I
I
get
do
the feeling
like
that was
that.
kind of the point. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
I love that they splatter the eggs when they fall on the spikes, though.
It's nice little details. It's good. I agree.
I think the way to go is
It's
up there
yeah,
somewhere.
Up there, yeah.
The only way is up.
Unless I can't believe I just played this myself and I don't remember. I'm blanking out on it.
Well, I'm also getting tired myself, so.
Yeah, I'm actually getting quite hungry. That was something I actually had to quickly stuff a banana in my
yeah.
face.
You're getting hungry for greasy turkey. We better finish this Let's Play. I'll be.
Oh, there's no need to be
I'll
rushing into the puns now.
I'll be rushing it.
Oh boy. There, yeah, that's the place.
Yeah. Those eggs, I hate them. They're like the little assholes in every game. That all they do is just to shove you off.
Yeah, and they kind of blend into the background also a little bit.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
gray.
they're also gray. Yeah, and that's really annoying with games like that.
Yeah.
The game is not bad, but the jumping is definitely weird. There's some weird shit about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
They
reason.
almost died on those spikes. Well, actually, I think you have 2 hits left, like the
Yeah.
Z, and then when it's nothing,
Ah,
you
okay.
have 1 more hit.
There is a. I'm not surprised that. Because if it would have been more popular, then we would have gotten a sequel.
I think it was actually.
Yeah, I think there is a 0 too, but I've never played it yet.
Oh yeah, that might be.
But-
Who knows?
Yeah.
Let me
I don't
look it
know.
up. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
I know it's
I'm thinking that it was true what Dorapka was saying, that the Iguana is the studio and Sunsoft was the publisher. That
Yeah.
and Sunsoft are
That's
still
what I said.
making.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's a European game, but released by Sunsoft. I think the thing is about.
Zero, the
Sunsoft-
Kamikaze Squirrel.
Sunsoft is technically around still. They've never disbanded, but I don't think they've made a game. I don't think they've published a game for quite some time.
They're
like-
probably owned by bought up by another company, and they're just in
No, I don't think they are. I think they're just kind of inert for some reason. Because Sunsoft was a subsidiary of some other company, like Sun
Data
Media
East.
or something.
Something.
No, not Data East. No. I think Sunsoft. The name Sunsoft comes from the parent company, but I don't remember what it's called.
I think I just said Data
Okay,
East in my
then.
mind because I've been playing a lot of arcade games.
Yeah.
I've been playing them.
Okay, there's
I'm still proud of that one. I don't remember what game was it that Kaiser was playing. It had something to do with food, and all of a sudden there were a lot of. I was just starting to. You were streaming. Oh, it was the Burger Time. Oh
Yeah.
yes. I made that joke. I made all the fucking puns on there, like Data Yeast.
Well, because Data East had always when you start a game, it would say Data East.
okay. Yep, there was no Zero to Kamikaze Squirrel 2.
Told
But there was
you.
an Arrow to Acrobat 2, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
yes, I got
Arrow-
it mixed up. Okay.
Arrow is more
Arrow
is,
got
is, is more known. Arrow was more popular. I'm not saying it was super, but it was more popular.
Yeah, no, because I've never heard of it like this, and it's not like I think this game wasn't like super popular around my neck of the woods either. It's just like my cousin just happened to get the game,
The thing
and
is,
then we played it.
Zero was one of the many games that were like in the mascot era theme, so they were all like a lot of them Sonic ripoffs. So this one was like they're trying, they also tried like Sonic and Ninjas, everything that was popular and is edgy. So they're trying to combine everything, and probably people, and there was so many games too. They would usually go with the big names. But I'd say
I remember seeing this one.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this one a lot in the video rental stores back in the day too.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it might have
I
might
never
have
rented
been-
it, but I did see it.
Yeah, it might have been that Sunsoft like marketed this like aggressively, so that might be the
Yeah, that could be awesome because I knew about it. I've seen it in magazines as a kid, but I never played it because I was not that interested. Okay,
All right,
That's-
and that is the
okay.
end.
that is the end, Felbesians. I've died in the spikes. I didn't get to the golems, but I do like this effect that they do. They do this in Euro platformers. Anyway, guys,
Oh,
this
those
is the
pretty
end of
balls.
this, and we'll do then the third game eventually, which is the mask on the Snes. So,
Yes,
any final words? guys?
Yeah.
somebody stop me.
I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
Okay,
All right.
guys. Okay, guys. Then, yep. Talk to you later, guys. For Death Mobile.